If your dream of living in Scottsdale involves towering saguaros, dramatic mountain backdrops, and a community where the architecture looks like it naturally grew right out of the desert floor, DC Ranch is probably at the top of your list. But before you pack your bags and head to the high desert, there are a few things that you need to know. Today, we're breaking down the honest pros and cons of living in DC Ranch so you can decide if it is the right place for you to call home. Welcome to our channel, Living in Scottsdale HQ, where we break down neighborhoods in Scottsdale and give you a deep dive on what it's like to live in Scottsdale. I'm Dawn Melvin, designated broker and owner of List and Market Realty. I'm a long-time resident of Scottsdale and seen it grow exponentially. Let's dive right in. To understand DC Ranch, you have to understand its geography. Tucked right into the base of McDowell Mountains in North Scottsdale. But it doesn't feel like a massive cookie cutter subdivision. The developers did something brilliant here. They prioritized the natural terrain. Every home, from the low maintenance townhomes to the sprawling luxury estates up in the guarded canyons, is built with a specific aesthetic palette. We're talking natural stone, copper accents, and deep earth tones that blend seamlessly into the desert environment. You've got everything from brilliant, walkable neighborhoods near Market Street to ultra-private, guard-gated enclaves. Prices generally start in the high 800,000s for townhomes and comfortably climb into the multi-millions for custom estates. Let's start with why people absolutely fall in love with this place. Here are top 3 pros of living in DC Ranch. Pro number 1, a world-class walkable lifestyle. When people think of the desert, they often think you have to drive 15 minutes just to get a cup of coffee. Not here. DC Ranch was designed around the concept of connectivity. There are over 33 miles of landscaped paths and neighborhood trails connecting the homes of 2 incredible community centers, parks, and most importantly, Market Street. Market Street is beautiful, rustic, chic, commercial hub right inside the neighborhood. You can walk or take your golf cart to local favorites like the Living Room, Wine Cafe, pick up groceries, or hit the boutique gym without ever leaving the community vibe. Pro tip 2, unmatched outdoor and desert views. You have an eye for natural beauty. The positioning of this community is spectacular because it sits right against the McDowell Sonoran Preserve. You have immediate access to world-class hiking right out your back door with the Gateway Trailhead. The sun rises over the mountains and the twinkling city light views looking down into the valley at night are tough to match anywhere else in Scottsdale. Pro 3, exceptional community standards and custom feel. From a design perspective, the bones of DC Ranch are top tier. Even though it's master plan community, it doesn't feel monotonous. There's a beautiful architectural variety from Western regionalism and Spanish colonial to craftsman and desert modern. The community centers like Desert Camp and the Homestead offer resort-style pools, tennis, pickleball courts, and seasonal community events that give it a tight-knit, small-town feel despite being a luxury destination. Now, let's be completely honest. Nowhere is perfect, and DC Ranch has a few distinct points that might make you decide if this community is for you. Here are 3 cons to keep in mind. Number 1, the commute and the distance. Because DC Ranch is tucked so beautifully far north and east to the mountains, you're a bit removed from the rest of the valley. While you have quick access to the Loop 101 freeway, if you need to commute to downtown Phoenix, Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport, or even Old Town Scottsdale on a daily basis, you're looking at a 30 to 45-minute drive, depending on traffic. It's private for a reason, but that privacy means extra windshield time. Number 2, strict HOA and aesthetic control. The reason DC Ranch looks so pristine and cohesive is because the Homeowners Association is incredibly strict. You're someone who wants to paint your front door bright, non-desert color, park a trailer in your driveway, or radically change your front yard landscaping without a lengthy approval process. You'll find the guidelines here are very restrictive. They maintain the property values beautifully, but it definitely limits individual design freedom on the exterior. Number 3, the premium price and the HOA fees. You absolutely pay a premium for DC Ranch. Beyond the higher price per square foot for real estate, the community fees can add up. Depending on which neighborhood or enclave you choose, especially if it's guard gated, you'll be paying master HOA fees on top of specific neighborhood fees. If you want to join the private country club at DC Ranch for golf and premium social access, that is a significant additional investment. But if you can afford it, this is the place to be. So what's the final verdict? You want a highly secure, impeccably designed luxury desert community where you can walk to dinner, hike a mountain at sunrise, and feel a true sense of neighborhood connection. DC Ranch is almost impossible to beat. But if you want total freedom over your home's exterior aesthetic, want a massive lot with no rules, or need to be right in the middle of Central Phoenix action, you might want to look at some other Scottsdale neighborhoods. If you're trying to navigate the Scottsdale market and want an insider's look at which neighborhood fits your design preferences, let's connect. Contact List and Market Realty today. Our information is in the description box below. Feel free to call, text, or email. And make sure to subscribe to the channel, because in our next video, we're heading to another iconic neighborhood to give you the honest pros and cons. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.